Good morning, guys. Anybody out there yet? Good morning. Good morning to you. Come on, let's see it. I know at least one out there. Got to be at least one. Good morning. It's early. I know it's early. Okay. It's early. We'll get it going here in a minute. Yeah, we'll get it done. Good morning, Can't do. Miss Can't do. Good morning. It's about time. It's about time. Good morning. Everybody's cold. I know. It's 22 here. Good morning, Doc. I know you're outgoing. I know you are. I see this Dot all the time, and her name's Dorothy. Well, it's probably a short for Dorothy. And she's like a home nurse. And she travels the roads 7 days a week, no matter what the weather. And the other morning, it's like in the zeros, below zero. And she's up going, snowing on the road. And she says, on here, they call me Dot. All right, I got you. Sweet, sweet lady. Dedicated. Ricardo, good morning. I know you got to get back to work. One of these days you'll retire and get sorry like you know who. Good morning. Some of you guys retire, they ain't got nothing to do but start trouble. That's all they want to do. Is say bad things. That's what they do. It's 22 this morning. They got down in the teens last night, and here in the South, at least here in East Texas, we're not used to that. We're not used to snow either. Snow was beautiful. Once it started warming up there today, it didn't last long. It started easing out. Good morning, Peggy. Hot mess. -1. Ooh, or feel like -19. Yeah. Yeah. Roddy. Roddy's had some ups and downs with this stuff going on with him. One day, Jimmy and I both kind of kept trying to get him going. We help him. We help him a lot, and through talking to him, kind of keeping him up. And he didn't respond a lot. And I told Jimmy, I said, Ronnie really must not feel good. Well, I don't want to say it on here, but he had a tummy virus, and it finally broke. And I mean, it broke. He said, and he's feeling better. So once he feels better, you can tell. He's on us. Good morning, Sue. Good morning. You guys up in Tennessee, I know y'all cold. Good morning, Steve. Someone got 1 inch of snow. Well, you know what? It's crazy snow. It was a crazy storm. People more south, and I know you guys up north, y'all get y'all snow anyway, but people down south. Good morning, will you? Shameful. You and Ronnie, I tell you what. Richard, don't get hooked up with them guys. Ricardo, don't get hooked up with them two. They bad news, both of them. They laughing about my hat I wore yesterday. It was warm. Dot sent that to me, and it was just warm as toast. I was just warm. Ricardo, don't hook up with them. I tell you, these guys will drag you down. They drag me down. Anyway, south, Southern California. Yeah, y'all better prayers for that. Them fires, they're not going out, and that wind keeps coming. I'm told the end of the week there may be a little bit of rain come in there. It may help some. I hope. Good morning, Vicky. You finally made it, baby girl. Morning, Peggy. Shauna, Amy. uh, Places down south got more snow than some places north, north of us. Like they told me, New Orleans had blizzard conditions. They were had blizzard conditions, and Carissa tells me from over there in Pensacola, I believe it is, they got 10 inches of snow. 10 inches. We got about 3 here, maybe a little bit more. And more south of us, like down right Houston, they got more than that. And north of us got less. It's kind of crazy. Bot is also morning. Lisa, Peggy, good morning. Yeah, he's better, Peggy. He's better. He'll be on here in a minute. He's already starting trouble. Him and William both of them making fun of my hat I wore yesterday. It's okay. It's warm. It's okay. I know deep down in here they would like to have one just like it. Yeah, Ronnie got snowed in the house because that virus hit him, and he had to go out. He had to sit out there and fight chickens in the cold, fight chickens for his space in that outhouse. You already got 10 inches also. Wow. They told me they had a big storm there. It was just strange, but it was beautiful. Uh, we don't we don't get snows very often. Cuz called and he and I was talking. Now we've had some snow since, but the biggest snow we had that I could remember, and he did the same. I was in the 8th grade, and yeah, I was years and years ago, a few, and they had turned out school early because here in this area there's no no plows and stuff like that. We're not used to it, and it got snowing so hard at school they got scared that the roads would be all 6 inches over for Michelle. Lisa, I'm so glad you liked the video, sweetie. Yesterday was, I think everybody was out videoing. Yeah, that's right. William, them roosters start pecking. He does seriously have one rooster jumps on him. Yeah, probably a smart rooster. Uh, uh, how do we send a super chat? I don't know anything about super chats. This is super chatting to me. Uh, all right, Peggy, your son bought some. They're awesome. I wore them all day yesterday. I was out in my plaids all day long. They're in the washer this morning, so I'm not. I don't have them on. Maybe she'll get them out and dry them here a little bit, and I'll put them back on. But anyway, they let school out early. It was in 1960. Some of you guys wouldn't even been around yet. Hadn't even thought about it. But anyway, my cousin remembered it too, and he said, "Yeah, remember coming down Plum Grove Road? There wasn't no houses, 12-mile stretch. There was a few houses, one little area they called Snuff Ridge. Can you imagine? Snuff Ridge. Because the dirt was red there in that area. And it's real hilly. And that's how the name it got. But yeah, it's probably still called that. But all the other stretch of roads is big old, huge pine trees, and the limbs just hanging with snow. Oh, it's beautiful. He remembered it. We've had a few snows since, not big snows, but enough the kids could play in. And Lester's favorite thing is to get something, a four-wheeler or whatever, and tie a tarp on it or a rug, old carpet or something on it, and let people ride. He takes off across them fields, just spinning them around, and they rolling off. They had a lot of fun. Ben was hoping somebody would do that yesterday, but nobody did. Steve, I missed that, buddy. I didn't see what you said. Hey, throw it on there again. I talked to Steve yesterday, too. They had some pretty good snows and some cold temperatures there also. I was kind of disappointed with Steve, probably William too. They hooked up with Ronnie, become friends. I thought, Lord, Lord, I, I'm just, it don't get no better. It just gets worse. New Jersey, 13 degrees. It's 22 here, and that's cold enough. But I got up this morning, like yesterday morning, fire going, being house as warm as toast, and just love it. Pray for those folks in tents. Oh, Lord, yes. Uh, Thank you, Karen. The little guys, they didn't want to wear them yesterday. I had got their little cat jackets out. I said, come on, boys. And somebody opened the door. They out there they went. Because at first, they were scared of it and didn't want to go out. And first got up to put them out the potty. Had to take them out the back door. It was a covered patio. And didn't get no snow blowing. And they went out. And then they finally tiptoed. Then the next thing you know, old Buster loved it. He run, play in it, roll that little girl in it. Yeah. Run around with a big mouthful of snow. He had fun. But we went down to Camp Heidi. Beautiful down there yesterday, beautiful. But it's always beautiful. 10 degrees. See, we're 22. I can't imagine 10. Well, it got down, I think they said 17 last night. But that's still, 10 is just tough. Good morning. Alexis, her dog's protesting the snow. We got up that wood fire going this morning. It's so nice in there, and made my coffee, and haven't done nothing since. Just sit, watch the fire, and drink coffee. Oh, I had a piece of toast. Take it back. I had a piece of toast. Ben cooked supper last night. It was delicious. Some kind of Cajun dish. But I ate 2 plates, and I said, I can't eat no more of that, Ben. You might well put it up or do what you want to do. She ate 1 plate and got heartburn. She can't eat spicy food, but she tried. William, I saw you comment, and I've heard about them. I've heard your comments about the donuts. I was so disappointed. It's my own fault. Well, it's G's fault, actually. I'm going to blame somebody. She wanted to go get, she'd made appointments for our flu shot. It's late in the year, I know. We should have got them earlier. And the pneumonia shots and stuff like that, we do. And she'd made the appointment exactly about donut time. But I had to go get the shot. So I'm hoping there'll still be donuts left when I get back. Dan said, Dad, I got to run the store right now. But he says, I'll ride with you down there when you get ready to go. I said, that's going to be fun, Dan. It'll be fun. Let him do some work, load some hay for me and stuff like that. And so we went and got our flu shots. Come back. Dan said, you ready to go? I said, yeah, let's go. You guessed the terrier and Chihuahua. I was surprised too, Peggy, about the poodle. I don't see no poodle in him. And I don't know that much about poodles to say, well, he acts like a poodle. I don't know. Good morning, Molly and Jesse. We get down there, and those guys are busy. Ooh, Lord, they were busy. The funny thing was, Ralph had been out there stacking hay off his trailer on the pallet so he could take the forklift and move a pallet of hay at a time into that storage area. You're right, William. They may have had a plan to keep me out of that donut box. I don't know. But we got there, and just find a parking spot's hard to do. We found a spot, and I said, Dan, I guess if you don't mind, get me four bales of hay. Throw them in the truck, and I'll go in there and pay for it. I want to get there and get the donut. There was a lady there loading her own hay. I said, poor lady, what's wrong with Ralph? Ralph quit? Anyway, she laughed about it, but I went on in, and they got people everywhere. First thing I looked at, that donut box. I'm staring right where it's at, and there ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. I mean, well, they probably had to move it off the counter. You know, they probably here somewhere. They weren't. They weren't. I almost told Dan, throw that haystack out of the trailer, out of that truck. Throw it back, Dan. We're going elsewhere. I told I told Tim, they're going to have to get some donuts. I ain't coming back. He said, we're going to open a donut shop here. Well, then you got to pay for it. I know. William says it's shameful. It's embarrassing. I go down there for a free donut. And I'll tell you folks, and I'm going to tell it to all y'all. William was a state trooper, just retired. Steve's going to have something delivered, but my own stash. Steve, don't send nothing like that because our delivery service is not the best. They may be sitting down on the side of the road somewhere and show delivered, like some of G's stuff was once. William was a state trooper, guys. I worked with them. Texas state troopers and Georgia, they ain't no different. They're all the same. And I worked with them. And that's probably why I learned my bad habits. Donuts. Probably where I got it. Because on them long nights when you're out working, you get calls middle of the night, and there ain't nobody else out there. Maybe it's just a state trooper somewhere out there, you know. And our office was with them. So you knew all of them. And they hear you on the radio, and they say, come by Hank's. And Hank's was a truck stop. That's where we'd always, usually at night, it's about the only thing open at night around Cleveland. The place closed up at dark. And we'd stop in at Hank's, nice little truck stop, and have a cup of coffee and maybe a donut, maybe a piece of pie, you know, and chat for a little bit, what was going on and stuff. So I know, in here he did the same stuff. He wants to point fingers at me. He needs to bend it around. All right. Yeah, Michelle wants to know how retirement's going for William. Well, he was sick. I can tell you right off, he's sick at first. Now he's popping back. He's coming back. Yeah, I ain't guilty. I know you are. I know you, buddy. They want to know how's your retirement going, William. If you like me, my first adjustment was to adjust my time around G. Because she had her schedule she did every day, you know, her little whatever she's going to do. And all of a sudden, I'm kind of like I don't know, in the way. In the way. Or she was in my way because I wanted to do this and that, but she wanted to go do this because she always did it. Well, go do it. Leave me alone. I want to do this. It takes a while to adjust. Finally, she come around. Yeah, right. Yeah, she still does what she wanted to do. But I do too. We got it worked out. Billy's fine. Brandy, Billy's fine. I don't go see him. That'd be long. That'd be sad. But he's fine. All of them are fine. These cows out here did good during the storm. I had that hay out for them, and they come and went. They'd come out and eat, and they go back in the barn, and out of it. And some, like Moses, he didn't care if it snowed or not. He'd stand there and eat. They got 27 calves. Someone has 27. I didn't see the name. 27 calves, I think, on the ground. Wow. Yes, Peggy, I do too. Sue's telling everybody good morning. Sue and Steve are good folks. If Ronnie don't ruin them, I haven't seen Ronnie on here yet. Ronnie may be still out there in the outhouse. Jimmy said he got snowed in out there also. Ronnie, I'll tell you something funny about Ronnie. Dan was talking to him Friday night, I guess. We had a rendezvous. You know, us guys gather up a lot of time on Friday night around the fire pit, on Dan's back porch. You go back in the back in the pasture back there somewhere, build a fire, and sit around and just talk, laugh, and cut up. And I'm talking about grown-ups, you know, they should be grown-ups. They don't all act mature like myself. He is working on it, Steve. He will. But so we sat back there, and Dan said, I'm going to call Ronnie. So I guess for a good laugh. So he called him, and somehow the message, the conversation went to guineas. I don't know how it got there, but it did. And Ronnie's telling Dan something wrong with his guineas. He's got something too. And he said, why? Why you say that, Ronnie? He said, well, guineas are supposed to go, the girl guineas, he got 4 girl guineas. He said, see, he needs a boy guinea. I said, well, come on over. And no, Ronnie's not on. I don't know. I hope he's not doing, I hope he's doing better. He was doing fine last night because he chewed me out. he was after me and Jimmy last night because we kind of kept trying to get him up, get him going. And sometimes you got to kind of urge people on. Yeah, there's Ronnie. There he is. Ronnie, I'm telling a story about you, buddy. Anyway, Dan's asking Ronnie, he said, what's wrong with your guineas? He said, well, I got 4 guineas. I need a girl guineas, and I need a boy guinea. And I said, well, come on over. He said, how do you tell the difference? I said, well, you just go on the roost and look up. You know my boy guineas. Okay. And so anyway, he chews us out for that kind of answer. And he tells Dan, he says, my guineas make a weird noise. He says, well, he said, I know girl guineas go like ka-trap, 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 you know. He said, my guineas go black, black. And Dan almost fell out of the chair laughing. And we have laughed about that. There is something wrong with Ronnie's guineas because Ronnie's has caused them to be like that. He caused them. If I lived over there by him, I'd probably be. I'm glad he's on here. I don't like talking behind a man's back. We'll get him going in a minute. He'll get fired up. It takes a minute to kind of recuperate, and you come out of the outhouse, and the chickens after you. And William says that rooster got him. Yeah, I get to see it. You know, my friend Larry, the preacher, was over here once, and I'm not gonna be graphic here. I don't like to be graphic. He and I out there doing some work. He's helping me on the fence. And Larry's a little older than I am. In fact, he's 80 this year. And this was several years ago. And we're out there working, and you know, billy goats, you know, it's a male goat, you know, they call them billy goats. We had this old billy goat. It was an old big boy. It was one before him. And this billy goat comes up there, and he just standing there, and Larry bent over to pick up a bucket of staples or hammer or something. And you can imagine what happened. The billy goat, you know, just jumped up on him. The goat's big. He's a big goat. Probably about 200 pounds. And Larry's hollering, help me, help me. Well, I can't help you because I'm laughing. I made that preacher mad because I wouldn't make that goat get away. I finally did. I couldn't, you know, I could see you get upset, that goat. Things like that you don't ever forget. And now and then when Larry and I get together, I bring it up. Usually among other people, because he don't everybody know it. Yeah, Ronnie said William did me dirty. Or I didn't see it, Ronnie. You and William both done me dirty. Want to talk about them donuts so bad. I've had fun, guys, on this thing. I had fun yesterday. I don't normally do a live unannounced, but I did that one because Dot, she says, she sent me a message. You need to go out right now. Hey, you going out, Ben?
Just for a minute.
There's our fire builder. Look over here, Ben.
Hello.
Look at that hat there. There you go. You're like in the mafia.
Oh, the long coat and the hat, I guess.
Yeah, long coat that hat. Oh, Ben in the mafia. Uh, it was 12. Wow. It was 20. Well, 17 last night. Right. I don't know what it is. It's 22 now. But you guys, I guarantee you. Well, I know. Well, you know, Ronnie has players. Went to town his players. Didn't realize he'd been on that medicine kind of, not made it worse. Made it worse. Uh, Comes home with his wife, says, "You didn't go in nowhere, did you?" Yeah. Why? You got your plaid pajamas on, Ronnie. 0 in Tams, Illinois, Finley. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thank you there, Myra. Thank you. Good to see you too, baby. Yeah, you guys are a lot of fun. And Jake got on here the other day. He thought, what? What's going on here? People always talking back and forth. They don't understand us. These young folks can't understand us, older folks. We have fun at that. Karen, going to be 64 where I live in Arizona. Oh, that sounds so nice. Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. Jim Kennedy says that it's going to be cold there today. The snow is almost gone, except for where the shadows were, sweetie. Most of it'll be gone today. It was so pretty yesterday morning getting up and going out. And like I say, Dot, said you need to go out right now and make you a live showing that stuff. And I wished I could have went to the back and made a live, but I don't get no signal. But I did go back and do a video a little bit. Yes, I'm ready for spring too. I truly am. During the hot part of the summer, when it's upper 90s or 100, say, be glad it gets cools off. Be glad it gets cold. And then when it gets here like this, and us, not used to this kind of stuff, we're scrambling, making sure everything's insulated and covered up, and water lines are emptied out.
Lester, Livingston, Texas, with a weather check, 23 degrees in Livingston, Texas. Come back.
Hang on, folks.
It was 19 degrees when we woke up this morning here. I had to go bust off water, or bust off ice at every water trough and every water bucket I had. That's a clear copy, Uncle Dan.
Good morning, Lester and Daniel. This is PawPaw in Plum Grove, Texas. 22 degrees. They don't talk to me.
Sounds like Dad has water troughs to break open too.
I've got Ben here. I love this thing. I love it.
It's a clear copy. Smart move, having been to the dirty work.
10-4. Yeah, Ben. Now Lester's in Livingston, like 50 miles or so away. Dan's across the hill over here. But it's just so neat, I've got you on my live this morning talking to me on this little phone, Lester.
Yeah, I'm actually watching you live this morning.
Well, welcome. Everybody tell Lester hello. Good morning, Gene. Good morning, Miley.
Well, since we're on live, I guess I can tell who the favorite son is. One of them got a welcome and a hello, and the other one just didn't get anything.
I didn't know you were still on here. I figured you was back in bed, Dan. I already told him Dan about us trying to get a donut. Anyway, there we go. Hello, Lester. Hello, Dan. Yeah, those little phones are awesome. Lester's called and checked on us every morning. And it's just so convenient and so easy. Just, you push the button and you start chatting with them. You got them for emergencies, mainly for, in emergencies. During storms or whatever, you can just communicate, Sometimes you don't get a signal with some of this other stuff. Hey, I'll tell y'all guys, good morning. Oh, did Lester have his boots inside? He probably left them outside. Don't you know there's cold when he put them on? Yeah, froze. But anyway, those little radios or phones, what are you gonna call them? Rapid phones. They're awesome. They're awesome. And we keep ours plugged in right here, and you hear it all over the house if somebody's calling you. And but yeah, I'm sure I got some water troughs out there. I know the goats with their water troughs would be covered in ice. It had a little layer yesterday. So I'll have to go out here in a little bit and bust it all out and feed them. And I know Ivan will be complaining because I'm not out there already. It was funny when the snow was coming down. They stayed in their house. Well, it's at nighttime too, and they stayed in their house. I went out and checked a couple times on them, and Ivan and all the goats and kids, they're all in the little house, and they was nice. It was nice in there. And but then when the snow kind of slacked up and it got daylight, they come out, and Ivan actually kind of had fun in it. He kind of run around 2 or 3 times in there, chasing goats and chasing Gidget, kicking his heels up. It was all new to him. Sue has a CB radio. They're good too. They are. Talking about radios. I had a friend, he's passed away now. And I can't remember what they called it, where they actually could talk to people almost around the world on the radio. He had one of the big old tall towers at his house. It was really neat. I think sometimes the signals had to be, or something, everything had to be just right, but you could talk to people a long ways off. And yeah, ham radio. Thank you. That ham radio sure was. I'd go there sometime, would hang out and just chat a little bit, and he'd tune that thing in and start talking to folks. Ham radio. William there, I guarantee you, he and I both lived with the radio for years. Then with William. That's your only communications. Nowadays, you pass these guys. Well, William probably did too because he just retired.
Dad, there's a story you forgot about telling.
Which one, buddy?
You would take us in your patrol car. You would take us in your patrol car, and I know every policy, but you would sometimes change the frequency off the police channel and let us talk to the truck drivers. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, you guys had a lot of fun. I remember one day coming down the road, coming up the driveway actually, and I was just pretending was oh my God. I was pretending was going to have a crash, and I said, "Mayday, Mayday," and Tina opened the door to jump out.
Yeah, good stories and good times. Tina did that exact same thing in our canoe one time, if you remember. She said, "We're sinking," and Tina jumped.
Yeah. Yeah, she always went to the extreme. But William, hush, people. My Lord. Anyway, I just forgot where I was at. William, I see these guys nowadays, you pass them and they got them cell phones. Now I know they got radios too, but back in the day, our only communications was that radio. And if you got in a place where you wasn't getting a good signal, you just up a creek. You had to find a place. Almost like cell phones now. You get out here, sometimes you don't get a signal. Yeah. Yeah, the guys, they remember stories that I've almost forgot. But yeah, we would. I had a radio in there. They could talk to them truck drivers, and them guys a lot of fun talking to on the radio sometimes. Denise, good morning. Larissa, I think you're the one that's over there, or you're the one in where they had 10 inches of snow, I think. Okay, Sue's at her dad's a ham operator. Okay, go ahead. Ronnie wants me to brag on Jimmy, make his day. Well, Jimmy is a good man, and Jimmy is, ever since Ronnie used his toilet, he's kind of been almost in shock. And so sometimes those thoughts come back of him trying to rescue Ronnie with that water going everywhere, and Ronnie with pants down around his ankles and running, and the house was ruined. So Jimmy don't say a lot. He just kind of got that stare, got that 1,000-yard stare. But Jimmy's a good man, a Bigfoot man. He and I are both Bigfoot men. We believe in it. And I've read too many articles from state troopers, forest rangers, teachers, doctors, all kinds of folks that don't make up stuff. Yeah, like me, like myself, that have seen him. And I haven't ever seen him. I've heard him and felt his presence. I ain't seen him, but I know he was there. Me and my brother talked about it. We knew he was there at night, out there in the woods. He was there. So, all right, guys. We're clicking along here pretty good. I'm going to get out here in a little bit. I'm going to bust up some water troughs. That one water trough, we get everything fed up. And I don't know what. All right, Karen, oh, she's a Bigfoot man. I went out yesterday morning and seen them big old tracks of bins. Oh, Bigfoot come here last night. They smell like Ronnie. If you've ever been around Ronnie, that's how they smell. Hey, Peggy's got a nephew's in SWAT. Wow. Alexa's making gumbo today. Kim made a good gumbo the other day. G makes a great chicken gumbo. I love chicken gumbo. And it's very good. And Kim made a good one. Pick up a truck, man. Truck driver. Okay. I didn't get the whole message there, sweetie. Sometimes these things come by so fast you can't. Bear's making chicken Alfredo. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. I was going to go out and do my live this morning outside. I thought that'd be kind of fun. We just walk around out there and talk to Ivan. And first morning it's not cold, we'll do that. We'll make our 8 o'clock live out there with them guys. Because I still get a signal out there. Oh, Tricia got some Bigfoot pajamas. Them are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Something happened good. Something happened good to her. Ronnie likes salmon patties. We grew up, and I lost my taste for salmon patties. My dad loved them, I think. He cooked them a lot. But I could buy cans of salmon, I guess, and make a patty out of it and fry it. I'd usually eat around it, eat around it, whatever else we had. Uh, you guys making all kinds of food this morning here. Salisbury steak and salmon patties and wood booger. Okay, that's what they call Bigfoot. I saw yesterday. I was telling Ronnie, and I checked with Jimmy. Jimmy, I know. Jimmy does Ronnie's deeper thinking because Ronnie don't think very deep. Okay, but I saw something on TV yesterday about there's a documentary that says Louisiana has they call it a dog man. Dog man. I didn't watch all of it, so I don't know if he looks like a dog, acts like a dog, smells like a dog. You're right. I don't know. I might dig into it a little bit deeper. Talk to Jimmy about it. Chicken gravy in a crock pot. That sounds good. I love Bigfoot shows too. I love Bigfoot shows. I would get up in the mornings when Coda Bear comes, and she gets here at 5. So I get up and I, get the house all warmed up and stuff. Anyway, I get a little bit up before that, have the house warm, have my coffee, and I turn the TV on, and a little bit too early to just jump right into the news, and there's this, I go over to YouTube, and there's this guy that told Bigfoot stories, relayed them. He'd get these stories from different people, and that's what I was talking about. Police officers and park rangers and folks that don't make up stuff about their experiences. And when Dan Lee was going to take off that vacation, go up there to one of those national parks, says, "Hey, Bigfoot was spotted up there. Y'all better be careful." Now, Ronnie wants to know. He said, "I don't ever hear Bigfoot eating nobody." Well, Ronnie, I don't think they kill people. I guess it could, but I think they don't want to be bothered. They want you to get out of the woods, leave them alone. But anyway, I watch that little show sometimes in the morning, sitting there drinking my coffee. So I'm kind of an expert, an expert on Bigfoot sightings. And if Ronnie would watch a few of them, well, I don't guess he got TV out there in that outhouse. Probably ain't got TV out there. But anyway, all right, okay. Enough about Bigfoot, right? I like the idea about the Bigfoot pajamas. But you guys talk about food. Now Nancy says she's hungry. She's hungry now. So I was Dan went out last night to my kitchen when he's gonna make this Cajun dish. I don't know what he called it, but he says he's out there with me the other day, and he says, "I'm gonna make this dish." He said, "Can I have that? Borrow some of that?" They started pointing different things to my seasoning. I said, "Yeah, sure you can, bud." So last night I seen all these different cans of different kinds of seasoning sitting on the countertop. I says, "Use some of everything?" Yeah, that's what it called for. And this morning he took them all back out and put them back in my kitchen. So Julie's gonna make a crock pot full of spaghetti sauce. Oh, Kathy is sausage with biscuits, her coffee. And Nancy, I want a donut too. I think I'm gonna go in there in a minute. I've had a piece of toast this morning just to kind of, get going. Just a piece of toast. I'll probably go in there and make me a biscuits with some sausage, I think. It sounds good. Got to keep kind of make the body warm on the inside too before we go out in that cold. Bacon egg biscuit sandwich from McDonald's. I don't ever. Well, I take it what Breakfast Jack has eggs on. I stopped at Whataburger one morning. It's 22 here, Ronnie. Whataburger. And I always get their sausage biscuit. It's really good. And McDonald's has a good sausage biscuit also. And I'm headed down the road, and open it up. It's got sausage, egg, cheese in this biscuit. And I eat it, because can't let food go to waste. But I'd rather have just the sausage and biscuit. Hey, Buster, you back, buddy? Boy, Buster. That boy, Buster. Now I know, Busty. You cold, Buster. You been outside. Apple muffins. Apple muffins. Miss Sassy ass. Sassy ass. Okay, Biggie. That's your donkey's name? Sassy ass. I like that. That's cute. Yeah, that's cute. There's old Buster Eugene sitting over here. Yeah. We tagged all our boys that name Eugene. We didn't want them to outgrow it. And I think even some of the grandsons are named Eugene. Maybe great grandsons too. I don't know. I have to look back and see. Dan don't have a wood heater or anything in his house, guys. Let's ask Dan have a fire. He may have fire going outside. Jean telling Ronnie 16 where she lives in Shreveport. I got a nephew who lives in Shreveport. Sure does. Deborah Baker just asked me something here. I have to read about what she said. She's a sweetheart too. And her husband, William, was a state trooper in California. A lot of those state troopers around, ain't they? I worked with some good. In fact, Bree's husband, Laramie. Okay, y'all know Laramie. His grandpa, a state trooper here in Texas, and I worked with him. And back in those days, I had coffee with him many times, made calls with him a couple times, and backed him up in a couple of things, and he backed me up on a couple. Just sometimes just him and I out there. But who knew back in those days that, even though we're not related, and he's passed now, but that our kids or grandkids would be married or whatever. Never think like that. Shelby, California Highway Patrol. We've said just ask them. They're good people. Yeah, they are. They are. Yes, they are. Good folks. Yeah, they're good people. Unless you get a ticket. Now, I'm going to tell you Dan's secret. And one of these days, it's going to backfire. Dan's been stopped a couple of times. And I guess it's kind of funny, and they probably laughed about it. One of these days, one of them ain't going to be in a good mood. He was with Lou one day and his kids. They were little. And one stops him for going too fast. So he says, look, don't give me a ticket. He said, I'd rather just pull me out here and slap me around a little bit. Would he have been surprised if that happened? But the guy says, I'd hate to slap you around in front of your kids. But he didn't give him a ticket either. Oh, Dan's so happy. Oh, yeah. Those guys got a sense of humor, too. Sometimes. It depends on their mood, I think. Don't even ask Gigi about the dampers. I'm a professional fire builder. Here in the heater. I can build a good fire. Ben can too, but Ben learned from me. She gets up yesterday morning. She, oh, Ben. And she's never bragged on my fires at all, ever. Gene was like, boss, all right. You know what you thought? Never bragged about my fires. Oh, Ben, it's so warm and it's so clean. You didn't drop nothing. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? Let this Ben build a fire every day and clean it up behind him. Suits me. But she'd get so upset she'd come in there and I'd have a fire going and might be a little chunk of bark or something off a stick, maybe a little bit of ashes right around the door. Hey, Dad, you made a big mess here, ain't you? I got to vacuum that up. You got to blow this off and you got to wipe this off. But I can go out there in my little kitchen, fire up my little wood stove. Nobody tells me nothing. I'm in charge. Me and Buster Eugene and Woody Eugene. And sometimes Kippy Eugene. All right. I'm not going to keep you guys much longer, but I have fun with you guys. Y'all a lot of fun. I don't think I'm fun enough to do it every day, but you guys are. You guys are. Sue lived in Brunswick. They are hot, Julie. Our summers are hot, sweetie, and dry. We get those July, August, and sometimes even September. It's dry. It's hot. It's humid. It seems like it's always that way when it's time to bring the hay in. You know, well, it's not really hard no more because we use tractors for everything. But there was a time when we built square bales. It was a lot of hands-on, and you're out there in the heat, and it's tough. My boys work with me in the fields every year, and get the old hay cut and rolled up. Raked up and baled, and then come along with a truck and trailer, load on the bed. It'd be fun too at the same time because you'd have a lot of fun with everybody out there. Get to the barn, and sometimes in the barn was harder than in the field because there's no breeze at all in that barn, you know, and moving that hay back in there and stacking it. Connie says you can't breathe in the humidity. Humidity can be tough here. It can be tough. You go outside, it's hot, and you break out in sweat, and your clothes get almost soaking wet. Clarissa, you got to go to work. Okay, sweetie, you have a good day. Oh, no, got to shovel snow. That's work. You got to shovel the snow. Yeah, you got that 10 inches of snow where you got to dig your way out. I worked up there in Northern California, the sheriff's department up there. And you go up in the mountains up there, and these people had to dig out of their houses. I mean, the snow would be up above the windows, you know. They look out the window, all they gonna see is a snowbank, you know. And say, my Lord, that'd be bad. But yeah, they'd open the door and just dig their way up out of there. It's crazy. Steve got bumblebees somewhere over. I guess that was on hay or something. I didn't get to see the whole message there, Steve. Run it through again. I'll try to catch it. See, there you go, Ronnie and William. Them two. Steve, please don't hook up these two guys. They'll pull you down. They'll pull you down. You know, I'll get through here. I'll be so depressed. We did one time go talk about hay. My brother and I bought some hay, round bales, because we was really short of hay. And down at Huffman. Oh, you hauled hay back today? Yeah. Yeah, you can get into stuff like that. And we got into something like what you're talking about. We was short of hay that year, and we located some down here at Huffman. And he took his trailer, and I took mine down, and the guy loaded them for us. And we made 2 or 3 trips, round bales, and got up to one, and see these bumblebees around it. And The guy already had it on his track. He backed around and shoved it up on the truck. Shoved it up on that truck, on the trailer. And I guess some bumblebees in the end, and it packed and they couldn't get out. We had no idea. It was a bunch of them. We'd see 3 or 4 flying around. And we got home, unloaded that hay, and them buddies come out of there. You were running forever. Yeah. I think we finally had to spray on something, throw something on it, and then the cows would eat the hay, but we finally had to burn that bale of hay, I think. Julie said she learned to do everything guys could do. I think my girls are like that, Julie. Kim can get out there and build anything by herself. Now, big, heavy stuff she'll call Lester or Daniel, somebody to come help her. Used to call me, and then I said, I can't do it, baby girl. My knees hurt today. If I ever got my knees fixed, I'd be in trouble with it. They'd be calling me, Dad, get over here. I now just go for advice. I give them advice. May not be wanted, but they get it. Got to take your husband to work. Go ahead, sweetie. We're going to be getting off here in just a second. Yeah, I took Dan. I was hoping there'd be donuts, and I don't know if Dan's a big donut eater, but the thing was, see, he could say, well, I'd like to have a couple of donuts and just hold them and walk out and get my truck. It's here, Dad. I'd had 2 of mine and 2 of his. They're free, William. They're free. You know it too. We always went places where stuff was free. You know it. And Steve wants to mail some donuts here. I said, please don't mail no donuts here, because delivery here, one day she gets a package and it shows it sitting on the ground, and Ronnie says it's embarrassing. Ron ain't nothing more embarrassing than some stuff you do. And we start looking for this package. We found it down there at Logan's at the greenhouse, next to the street, sitting on the ground. It doesn't rain on it 2 or 3 times. So don't send no donuts. It'd be soggy. All right, guys. I've enjoyed this with you guys. I enjoyed a chat with Lester, too, this morning. Dan. If old Dan would do right, Benny's right there, he'd go out and bust all that ice for me. But he ain't. He out there playing with his little ponies and stuff. I heard Judy. I got you. Walmart food delivery. We have had things delivered here, but most time we call our order in and go get it. They bring it out the door and put it in the car. I haven't walked through a Walmart in a while. Might be fun. Might be. You guys have a great day, Chris. You too. Y'all stay warm. It's 58 minutes, guys, of having fun with you guys. The snow was worse south than it was north of us, but you guys up north, y'all get snow all the time. It was beautiful to us because we don't see it that often. When we do, it's like it's a treat. And Peggy goes once a week to Walmart. We call an order in about once a week, sweetie. I think Ricardo's already cut off and went to work. Some people have to work for a living. William, Steve, Ronnie. Some people have to work for a living like myself. You guys all stay safe, stay warm, just like Sue says. And we'll talk to you guys again. What's the day? Wednesday? Talk to y'all again on Friday. Same time, same place. Maybe we go outside Friday morning. It'll be fun if the weather's right. I'm not gonna go out no 22 degrees. Ivan ain't gonna come out at 22 degrees. We'll go in Ivan's house, I guess. I love you guys. Y'all take care, okay? And I'll see y'all later on. Enjoy your day. Roddy's got to go to the bathroom break. He's got that virus. Go ahead, Roddy. Take off. Don't run fast, right? I love you guys. Y'all have a good day.